I'd like to call the Administration Committee meeting on August 5th, 2024 to order. Clerk, can we have roll call, please?
Alderman Marshall. Here. Alderman Grady. Here. Alderman Rapella. Here. Alderman Nichols is absent. Alderman Eisenach. Here. Alderman Sevenik. Here. Alderman Perkins. Here. Alderman Lewis is absent.
Thank you. The first thing on our agenda tonight is the minutes to approve. Is there a motion? Stan?
Thank you. At this time, I'd like for us to approve the Administration Committee meetings minutes from 7/15/24.
That's a motion by Alderman Sevenik and a second by Grady. Any communication? What did I do?
Alderman Grady, but anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At least, hey, at least she didn't say grade.
Is there any communication? We'll take a roll, a roll call?
No, just a vote.
Just a vote?
All those in favor.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? That passes. Next on the discussion, we have our development agreement. Can we get some further information from?
From who? Who's going to speak on it? Anyone?
No?
I could even speak on it if you want.
Director Sassman, do you want to start and then I can add anything too?
Sure. So this development agreement is between the City of Menasha and Menasha LLC. So this LLC had purchased both the former Bonta parking lot as well as the former Nicolay School. So that is what the agreement is about. However, I did want to note that the developer incentive is specifically tied to the 6 units that would be built on the former Bonta lot. So it's that the incentive is tied to that. If they do not construct all of the buildings as indicated in the agreement, then there would not be that developer incentive payment as noted. So although, like I said, it's based on those 6 lots, the agreement is with the total project.
Thank you. Stan, Alderman Sevenik.
Thank you. So when it comes, there were some questions about, I think Jennifer just kind of answered it because it pertains to those 6 properties. And then the money is not for the demo. So the question was out there, is the money for the demo? It's for the increment that's added to these properties. So the actual results could vary, but the project assumes right away that 2 units would be developed in 2025 with 4 units having to be completed in 2026. And the first incentive, this is what's called a pay-go. So you don't get $300,000. It's based on as you develop this property. So the first payment wouldn't even be until 2027 when the first 2 units are built. And that amount, if you look at Exhibit C, would be $18,924. And then if you consider the tax revenue that would be added with those 2 units, the city actually comes out ahead $996. So the incentive is a pay-go type of program where as you develop it, then you start to receive these additional payments, and then increments are added to the tax roll that, as you see at the end of this, you know, the taxes that we'll be receiving pretty much down the line is $198,000. So really, item C is really the $300,000 thing. I know I talked to one other alderman. I said, you know, I'm really tired of giving these incentives all the time, but this is already an existing TIF, and so I'm okay with this. I think the amount is really small compared to what we've done in the past. But if this means that we'll have at least 10 units within the next under 10 years, it's a good thing, and it's guaranteed at least 6 by 2026. So, I don't know, Mayor, if you wanted to add anything more.
Yeah, if I may, Chair. Just want to add that I know it was requested, I think, $640,000, and Director Schrader worked with them to come up with, like you had mentioned earlier, reasonable amount to be able to get some really exciting development done, and an agreement that I think is beneficial for the city of Menasha to be able to address having more housing opportunities.
Thank you. With that,
Yes.
yeah. Alderman Sevenick?
So it also should be noted that these individual units will be somewhere between $425,000 and $475,000, which is, I've heard complaints that we're landlocked, okay? But these are the type of developments that we need, especially in depressed areas, which I believe this is. I absolutely hate the fact that Nicolay School closed, but it's a reality, and I have to deal with that. And I hate to see the building go, but unless you want your taxes to go skyrocket through the school board, this is what we're dealing with. And I think to have something this quickly in our community is a good thing. And so I'm in favor of this development agreement.
Thank you. With that being said, is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Sevenick?
Thank you. I'm going off this paper, so hopefully my motion is germane, but I'll make a motion that we recommend to the Common Council the development agreement by and between the City of Menasha and Nicolay Menasha LLC related to the development of the former Nicolay School property and the former Southern Bonta parking lot, being parcels 3-00475-00 and 3-00482-00, and lastly, 3-00455-00.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's a motion by Alderman Sevenick and a second by Alderman Perkins. And do we do a roll call on this one? Can we have a roll call, please?
Motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. And then I forgot to ask if there was any further questions. I don't know if it's a little too late, but it's my first time running this meeting. All right, next on our discussion list is Resolution 19-24. And I would like to hand it over to Chief Thorne to give us, what's up, Jasper?
We have two.
Oh, did I miss one?
Contract.
Oh, yep, I had mine. We have a contract for assessment services, so I would pass this off to Director Sussman.
Tonight, I would be looking for council to
It's not on. Hold on. There we go.
There it goes.
There it goes. Tonight, I'd be looking for council to be willing to enter into another contract with our current assessor, which is Associated Appraisal. They have been our assessor, just a little background, since 2008. So we're nearing the end of our current 3-year contract. So this would be another 3-year contract. We have before gone out for an RFP, and we have not. We've done it both ways. It kind of really comes down to there are not many options in the state. There is, I think, one in the southern part of the state near the Milwaukee area, one out west, and then kind of 2 local companies. When we had went out for RFP in 2021, we did receive just the 2 proposals back. And at that time, with the services that we were looking for, Associated Appraisal, like we couldn't beat that basically with the price and the services that we were looking for from them. Being that I believe that they're best suited to be our assessor, I am recommending that we enter into another contract with them for the same term. The services would remain the same. One key thing is that we would still have City Hall office hours here. That is basically not considered in their price due to their close proximity to us. And then they provide us full maintenance services. That keeps us annually within 10% of our equalized value. But at a minimum, they would inspect 25% of the parcels in the city of Menasha that are not manufacturing. The only difference is that there is a price increase. However, there hasn't been they have kept their price at the $60,000 for a long time. Based on the quotes that we had got back in 2021, the range at that time from the other firm went from $97,500 to $148,000. So we are still well within that price range with Associated Appraisal. So it would be my recommendation that we would enter into another 3-year contract with them.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Oh, Sevenik?
So I agree with the sentiments that we should have, regardless. I know we had a good working relationship, and they've been a part of our process for more than a decade, almost 2 decades. I know that when I've been on the council, we actually had an assessor at one time, but this is much cheaper. It really is, to go out and do this. So however you want to look at it. But I think we should have, just for the sake of this is a council appointment too. This is one of the few appointments that we're given. And of course, we're not appointing an individual, we're appointing a business. And for the cost of what it could be, even if we just had one person within that department, would way over exceed what we're paying. So my feeling is, although I am disappointed that we didn't go out for bids on this, but every time we did, this particular business always came in well below. So with that, Vice Chair, I would like to make a motion to recommend to the Common Council the contract for the assessment services for a term of September 1st, 2024 to August 31st to
27.
what's that?
27.
No, I'm looking for the company.
Oh,
Help me, Jennifer. I've lost my Associated Appraisals.
motion has been made by Alderman Sevenik and seconded by Alderman Grady. Is there any more discussion? With that, I'll take a roll call, please.
Motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. And now, back to the one that I tried doing before, the resolution for R1924. And if Chief Thorne could give us a little update on this, please. And
I think it's this one. He'll push the button and then he's good.
Good evening, thank you. Yes, a little bit of an update and a recommendation as we move forward here. So since May 6th, the police department, on May 6th, the police department presented a workshop from our administration recommending to identify some additional staffing needs that we have based on growth in our community and things that the police department has seen. Since May 6th, we've identified some financial opportunities in the city in working in collaboration with other department heads and other departments. We also have the opportunity, most recently, to restructure one of our non-sworn positions, which would assist us in implementing, with your future permission, a sworn position. So our recommendation, in addition to further letting our the union contract flesh out a little bit, is to postpone our resolution tonight until the first or second meeting in January to allow some of those budgetary things to come further into light. And Finance Director Sassman can speak of some of those other necessities as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said, we've been kind of working as a group here, and this will really allow us to, take a deeper dive into that initial ask and to see what we can accomplish possibly in the 2025 budget without a referendum, take a look at things from there, really look at the, if there is a referendum, where we need to keep that amount so that we don't jeopardize our part of our shared revenue payment. And like I said, in the meantime, we'll have gone through the police union contracts. So just a number of things kind of really at play here. And as a group, we thought it'd just be best that we postpone this until January and we have more facts and we can come back with something probably modified. Thank you.
Alderman Grady?
Thank you, Vice Chair. At this time, I'd like to make the motion to postpone Resolution R-19-24 until further data is gathered.
A motion has been made and a second by Alderman Rapella. Any other discussion? Yes. Alderman Sevenick?
So in the motion, it was recommended till January, so did we want to clarify that, or?
Yes, please, if there's a date certain that would,
The first meeting in the administration committee, I believe.
All right, at the end, okay, after I postpone, further data is gathered after the, what's the date?
It just said
First meeting in January.
First meeting in January 2025.
Thank you.
If I may, I think it just said until one of the meetings in January.
Yeah.
It could be the first or the second.
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments?
We don't necessarily have to take action that day either, so. Sorry. Yeah, I'm okay with.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say, if it's the first motion, we're not ready, we just take no action, period, and then it's ready for the next, it can be placed on by the chairman at the next meeting.
Any other further communication? Mayor?
If I may.
You're on.
It doesn't.
Push him then.
Oh, there we go. That was weird. I just wanted to contribute to the conversation on this matter that the intent of open-endedness for January was to see if Chief wanted to do a workshop in one and then have it in the next. So, or how things go, union negotiations, budget, all those things. So if it would be more worthwhile to have it on that second meeting to see how some of that went. But as Alderman Sevenick said, if you all want it for that first January meeting, take no action the second, your prerogative, just that was some of the conversations going around, keeping it open-ended for January.
Thank you. So a motion has been made and it's been seconded. We can take a roll call.
Motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. And there's no other business on our agenda, so can we? Motion's been made and seconded. Thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? We've been adjourned. Thank you.